Hey guys, Tina here and welcome to another video. Today I will be talking about a topic that I wanted to talk about for a while but never found the energy or the time to film it until now, and that is actually audiobooks. Now, I have to say that my opinion has changed a lot about audiobooks in the recent year. Before then I was pretty much opposed to them, not because I would, not like people listening to them, or because I felt that it's not actually listening or reading a book, not at all, but I just found that they were not for me. That's how I felt, because I have some issues with them, and I will talk about them a bit more in the later part of the video, but things have changed. So there are a few options of audiobooks that I tried. Before I tried Script, I was I mostly knew audiobooks through Audible because I would get them through there, but it was always the matter of money with me with Audible, because yes, you have that one credit, which is pretty okay price-wise, but still you do not want to listen to only one book a month. And there's always the issue of what book would I want to get. Do I get a book that I already have a physical copy of and then buy an extra, like for audio, for listening to it? Or do I listen to a book that I do not own already in a physical format and get it then if I like it? There's always that, why would I spend so much money for things that I already own and then listen to it? Or what if I like it and I have to buy it, and what did I do then? I would not save any money either way. So that's why I usually didn't listen to that many audiobooks before. There were a few that I really liked, especially Raven's Shadow by Anthony Ryan. That was a huge favorite with me. I love the narrator, I love the books, and I really enjoyed those. But audiobooks were like a few here and there, nothing more than that in quantity. And then I also obviously knew about Overdrive, which I would love to get, but Slovenia is not part of the system, at least as far as I know. And I understand why. There's only so few of us living here, and the language is completely different, and it would make no sense for our libraries to be included in this huge system. Or it would. I'm not sure how they view it, but I would have liked to be a part of it. Things might have changed since I checked into it, so I'll have to see whether or not that has happened, because it would be a huge deal for me if I was able to get books, audiobooks, or whatever through Overdrive, especially the ones that I'm reading. The thing is that in Slovenia, yes, we are slowly getting through translating these popular young adult books, and but when it comes to fantasy, we're not that up to date, so it's a problem. Anyways, then obviously I knew about Script, but I never actually looked more into it until last year, because again, we're a small country. We usually get screwed with these deals. I would pay so much money, and then for copyrights issues, I would not be able to get some books, and would have a very limited option, when it comes to picking books, and I just really didn't want to risk that. But then, as I said, last year or a year and a half ago, I'm not sure exactly when, I really got into this reading slump, and I just couldn't pick up a physical book. Or I could if I forced myself, but I was not too keen on reading anyway, so I decided to give Script a try, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I just see that I have to pick which books to actually pick and listen to, because I do have still some issues with audiobooks. My main issue is that I have a hard time concentrating when somebody's reading to me, and that is a huge problem when you're listening to audiobooks. That is especially, if I'm listening to a YA book or a thriller or a mystery, things like that, or a literary fiction even, that is not so much a problem, because I am in this world, it's familiar to me, and I'm just basically following characters in the story. But if I read a fantasy book in which there's this huge world building process going on, as well as the magic system and the characters and the plot, and I sometimes get lost in it, and that is a problem, because it's useful information that if I was reading a physical format, I would probably not miss, or at least not as much as if I listened to an audiobook. And there's still something that I have to figure out how to do better. I actually just learned how to concentrate better, I guess. So yeah, that's one issue that I have with audiobooks. The second one is, well, it's, you know, not necessarily an issue except when it is, and that is the narrators. Sometimes, well, for the majority, I always find the narrators that I like, especially if I'm listening to audiobooks. I have to say that I very rarely, you know, don't like the narrator. There were a few times with contemporaries, but you know, you just push through or don't care or just stop listening to it. But there was this one guy, I was trying to listen to Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich, and this guy just annoyed me to no end. He was, aside from reading the book, he was also, you know, trying to obviously make you feel the character, I guess. Like if the character was tired, he would make a tired voice, or if the character was sighing, he would sigh and he would breathe loudly and things like that, and those things annoyed me, so I stopped listening to it. I still haven't picked up the physical book even though I have it, because, you know, I'm still sort of like, I don't want to deal with that right now, but I will get to it eventually. I might even give it a try again, listening to it, but now that I know to expect that. But it was just annoying and I didn't care for it, so, you know, problems. What is obviously good about audiobooks is that you can do other stuff while you're reading or actually listening. You can clean the house, you can go for a walk, you can do a lot of things. Again, if you can multitask. If you can't, then, you know, concentrating on a book will be different or difficult. Maybe not do that, because sometimes that is a problem for me. There's also, for me, the chance to speed up the book. You can listen to it at a different pace. I usually listen to a book at 1.5 speed, which is sort of the speed that I can still handle listen to it, but very rarely would I push to 2.0 or whatever, because that is sort of pushing it for me. I can do that with a book that I'm re-listening to if I have read it before, but if it's a new book, then 1.5 is sort of the limit for me. And yeah. Anyways, this is a rather short video, but still I wanted to give my view about audiobooks out there and hear what you guys have to say about them. Do you listen to them a lot? No? How do you feel about them? Let me know down in the comments, and until my next video, I hope you have a great time and see you then. Bye!